Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Sheikh Bilal Haq, and the topic of discussion for today's is index number, which is normally being tested in mathematical calculations along with the ACCA, F2 exam, and F5 exam. So, what basically is index number? It is a technique for the company over time changes, which with some features of the group in an item. Okay. You normally take a particular base year, and by using that base year you tend to calculate the changes over the number of years for one particular item. What are the different changes for a particular year using a one particular base year? तो आप एक क्या काम करते हो, आप एक बेस ईयर को यूज करते हुए आगे आने वाले सालों के अंदर जो भी चेंजेस आती हैं उसको आप अकाउंट फॉर करने की कोशिश करते हो. Now let's go through a question and then I'll be answering what are the basic norms that are used for the index number. We'll be calculating using a simple index number, simple based year calculation, and we will also be extrapolating the revenues according to the index that we have calculated. So the question states that the table shows the sales performance for the station hotel revenue for 2000 till 2004, and the amounts are given in $1,000. So the station hotel revenue for 2000 is $1,150,000. 2001 is $1,250,000. 2002 is $1,200. 2003 is $1,250, and 2004 is $1,300. In 2000, if 2000, let's suppose this was 0, if 2000 is the year used for the comparison, so the base year is 2000. You need to remember this, that the base year is 2000. This is our base years that we will be using in order to calculate the index number. So of subsequent selling prices, then the base year and index info for 2000 is 100. So normally, if he wouldn't have written this, we normally assume the base year to be 100. Okay? Because it is in the percentage form. So we normally assume base year to be 100. So we have been given data for 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, and 2004 data. Okay, so what we need to find out is we need to calculate the index number for all the years. Now let me calculate the index number. How will I be calculating the index number is by using the formula of, let's suppose, the answer number 1, or the solution for the first part is solution number 1. Let me change my marker. Okay, so now I'm calculating the index number for 2001, 2002, 2003, and 2004. How will I be calculating? I'll be using the base year's figure as 2000. So the base year figure for 2000 is 20. Now, simple formula, the P1 over PO multiplied by 100. So P1 is basically the value, the price, the revenue of, let's suppose, the year for which we are calculating, and PO is the base year that we will be using. So the base year and the P1 is 23. So I'll be going with 23 divided by 20 multiplied by 100. I'll be getting an answer of 115. Then I'll be going with the next amount is 26, then 25, then 28. So 26, 25, and 28 divided by base years divided by base. It's one of the most simplest form of calculation that we basically use in order to calculate the index number using the simple index formula. The simple index formula is the value of the year for which you are calculating divided by the base value multiplied by 100. So 115, then we have got 130, then 125, and last but not the least 140. So if I write all these figures in the table, so year, that is 2000, 2001, 2002, then we have 2003, and last but not the least 2004. So after doing this, I'm going for the selling prices. The selling price for 2000 is 20, 23, 26. This was given in the question. I'll be uploading the question as well so that you guys can easily account for. And 28 index number. So index for 2000 was given in our question, and we normally generally assume the index to be 100 because this index is normally denoted in the form of percentage. Then we have got 130, 120, 115, 130, 120, and 140. So 115, now I guess 130, 125, and then 140. Now, what is the real depiction of this situation? Now, what this basically theme is showing us is, if I write conclusions, I can easily conclude that in 2001, in 2001, the increase in room rate price was okay. So the increase in the room rate price was 15% as compared to base year, that is 2000. So we can basically justify our answer that okay, in 2001 the increase in the rate or the revenue of hotel per room is 15% as compared to 2001. So in 2002, this is also depicting an increase situation. The increase in revenue rate price was 30% as compared to 2000. And then if we look at this particular element, you guys can see in 2003, okay, in 2003 the increase in revenue rate price was 25% as compared to 2000. Last but not the least, in fact, this is the greatest increase in 2004. So let me write this. In 2004, the increase in revenue rate price was, okay, so you guys can write the further line, is 40% as compared to 2000. So after doing this, we were also given the data for uh, we were basically given the data for the selling prices. Okay. Selling price per room. So after you finding out the index number, we can extrapolate these index number. Basically, this simple calculation immediately provides us more information for the management. The revenue figures can now be adjusted to reflect these changes. The revenue figures can now be adjusted. Now, if we say that the selling price per year on the selling price year to year basis is increasing by 15% in 2001 as compared to 2000, by 30% in 2002 as compared to 2000, by 25% in 2003 as compared to 2000, by 40% in 2004 as compared to 2000. Now, if this situation is being calculated according to the revenues as well, for example, I'll be doing is that if I say that the selling prices of 2001 increase by 15%, the sales price per room of 2001 increased by 15%. This gives me a hint that my revenue should also increase by 15%. Now, if my revenue is not increasing by 15%, this means that there might be some discrepancies in the room occupancy. If my revenues are, because my selling prices are increasing, and if my selling prices are increasing, the revenue should also be increased in the same manner. But if it is not increasing in the same manner, this means that my occupancy of the room is, or there is a least efficiency in regard with the occupancy of the room. Now, this might go for the, due to the fact that these are the station hotels, this might go for the fact that maybe there are less number of entrants in our country, maybe due to any, let's suppose in the current pandemic situations, the companies like these suffer a lot. Maybe there might be some advertisement loopholes or any other factor that help us, or if maybe the factors or the answers or the actual result might be contrary. So let us extrapolate the revenues that we are basically being given. So let me find out. Now what I'm doing is I'm calculating the revenues accordingly. Okay, so let me okay, so if I want to adjust, if I want to find out that basically I'm splitting the actual revenues by figuring it out, that what is the impact of the selling price in that revenues. Now, if I want to know the impact, remember one thing, we normally go with the current index number. Why are we going with the current index number? Because this is the recent data that we can basically use for the comparison purpose. Now, let me find out one thing. Let's suppose year, that is 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, and last but not the least, 2004. After this, I'm getting revenues. In revenue column, we have 1150, the actual revenues, 1250. Then we have 1200. After that, 1250 again, and then 1300. Okay, so we have calculated the index number. index number for the first year is 100, then 115, 130, 125, and 140. 115, 130, 125, and 140. So these are the index number. Now I'll be using this index number, index adjustment. Now what will I be doing is I'll be using this index number because it is the most current index number. And then okay, so what is the formula that I'll go through in order to extrapolate the revenues, or in order to adjust the revenues to find out the splitting point, or the point at which the impact of the selling price, increase in selling price, is dictated in the actual revenue. So I'll be using the formula of index number for the base year divided by okay, so index number for the base year, index number for the base year divided by index number for current year, and then multiplying it by the revenues. So index number for the base year, I'm calculating this on the basis of current figure because this is the most prominent index number that we can utilize in order to find out the adjusted revenue. So 140 divided by 100, then 140, then 140 divided by 115, 140 divided by 130, 140 divided by 125, and 140 divided by 140. So what is the adjusted revenue that I'll be getting? After multiplying this by the actual revenue, I'll be getting an answer. If I multiply, let me calculate this. Okay, so let me open my calculators. So my revenues were 1150 multiplied by 140 divided by 100. So I'll be getting an answer of 1610. Then I don't know how to clear this. Okay. So second year revenue is 1250 multiplied by 140 and divided by 115. So I'll be getting an answer of 15. Let me take this. Let me take a rounded off figure, 1522. Let's go for the third one, which is 1200 multiplied by 140 and divided by 130. So I'll be getting an answer of a 1292. Remember, the rounding off rule is if you get after point, if you get, let's suppose, 5 or more, then you'll be rounding off further. Or if you get less, then you'll be rounding backward. Okay. So let me go for the fourth one. That is 1250 multiplied by 140 divided by 125. So 1400. 1300 multiplied by 140 divided by 140, obviously, sorry, you'll get an answer of 1300. ठीक है, तो अब इसके हिसाब से मैंने एडजस्टेड रेवेन्यूज भी फाइंड आउट कर ली। अब जब मैंने इसके एडजस्टेड रेवेन्यूज निकाल लिए हैं तो अब इसमें ये क्या कहता है, इसमें यहाँ पर कैसे ऐसे कंक्लूड कर सकते हैं। This shows that the volume fell considerably between two the, again volume is basically, volume means that although the selling prices are increasing but units are decreasing, occupancy कम है, तो इसका मतलब है कि वॉल्यूम गिरने की वजह से एक्चुअल रेवेन्यू 1610 होना चाहिए था बट एक्चुअल रेवेन्यू 1150 था। यहाँ पर भी 1522 होना चाहिए था बट एक्चुअल रेवेन्यू 1250 था। यहाँ पर भी ऐसी सिचुएशन है, लेकिन यहाँ पर एक्चुअल रेवेन्यू यहाँ पर भी डिक्रीज ही हो रहा है और यहाँ पर एक्चुअल रेवेन्यू इज कांस्टेंट, यहाँ पर एक्चुअल रेवेन्यू की कांस्टेंट वैल्यूज आ रही है आपके पास।